modifies the original image, which is also the problem for proper reconstruction. So the more the runtime package does to the original executable code, the harder it gets to actually reconstruct all that automatically. You can probably come up with several very elaborate ways to model execution flow and data flow and try to take all this into account and derive a system that will do stuff like that reasonably well, but I didn't have the time for that. And I think in the end, we're probably better off with interactive tools. The way of not analyzing the malicious code on the platform where it also executes on, but from the outside, I think this works really well with hostile code because there's very little way for the malware to interfere with your tools. You can precisely see what's going on, and the malware has no way of really accessing you. It cannot mess with debug registers. It cannot generate arbitrary faults to redirect its own execution flow. You will take note of all of that because you have this perspective from the outside. And I think if you put all this into a very nice debugger and add some scripting support, stuff like that, this might be, in the long run, a better approach than trying to do everything automatically. And the current emulation speed isn't quite up to par. We have Bochs, which really emulates every single instruction, which is already really slow. We have Python, which is a scripted language, which is certainly not the fastest solution there is. So this is something that needs to be addressed for such a solution to shine. So the idea might be to use a different emulator, maybe QEMU, which I'm having a look at the moment, but so far it made my eyes bleed. And another route would be to, basically profile and optimize the implementation code some more, or go back and put certain performance critical parts back from Python back into C++ realm. And during my test, I also noticed that there were some compatibility issues which I couldn't quite debug because, debugging, I didn't write a debugger using this tool, but just a dynamic analysis thingy. So for actually seeing what's going on, I would have had to dive really deep into the Windows operating system and see where it would diverge from execution on a real machine to see why some unpackers or runtime packers didn't execute properly and others didn't. But most of them did. I think I had only one or two that wouldn't work. Although they did not advocate Bochs detection. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. And this is it. My thesis is available at this URL. Describes in detail most of this stuff, apart from the API for tracing. I do have a Git repository that, first of all, mirrors the Bochs DDS repository. I commit my code into my own branch. It's work in progress. It's more of a version control backup for me, just so I can roll back scrap stuff that obviously doesn't work. And I will make my slides available on our company website. That's it. Thank you. Any questions?
One question on the process to install actually the whole testing environment to form for repeated, let's say, malware. Basically, you need to install Bochs and on your machine, and then in there you're going to install the virtual machine OS, which is let's say Windows XP.
Yeah.
And then you want a way maybe to communicate, deliver the new malware you get on an automated basis. What do you use?
What I do there is Box supports snapshots, so I can just snapshot the virtual machine state, and then what I just do is I generate an ISO image that contains the malware and an autorun file. Just wake Box up, and it would see the newly inserted CD-ROM images and would just start the malware. So that works very well. Yeah, start time of half a minute, something like that. More questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, have another quick talk. So the German fight about the TLS renegotiation bug. I don't know, who of you have heard about that bug last year? Okay, not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, what? Okay. Yeah, we've had all that in the last talk. Okay, yeah, the bug was published in November 2009, and it turned out there was a bug in the protocol specification, so every implementation was actually vulnerable to this. And if you can man in the middle a TLS connection, this permits injection of arbitrary prefixes into the connection. So how does this work? The problem with TLS is